Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 3's first teasers just dropped, and they look absolutely insane. We're talking everything from the Battle Pass to the biggest event in history. Let's break down the trailer first because it looks incredible. As we all guessed, it's an all-out war between the Foundation, the Ice King, and the Voyager. Remember at the start of the season when we had to pick a side between the Ice King and the Seven? Well, your choice actually matters now. You're locked into helping your faction, which means the final event is going to be completely exclusive based on the team you're grinding for. On top of that, the trailer makes it obvious that the 0 point is reaching 100% completion. The final event is going to show the massive fallout from this, which will definitely map change the island for Season 3, bringing in map changes, new Battle Pass skins, and major collabs. The trailer even shows those reality rifts reforming, the exact same ones that open the portals for our current Season 2 locations. We also got a massive bombshell. The Visitor is finally doing a face reveal. In the clip, we just see his helmet hit the floor, but the actual live event will definitely show the full cinematic, so we can finally see who's been under the mask all this time. Speculation is running wild. It could be any established Fortnite character, a massive celebrity cameo like they did with The Rock as the Foundation, or even Donald Mustard. Donald literally built the Fortnite lore from the ground up before leaving for other projects in Chapter 3. While it's a long shot for him to return, lore fans would absolutely lose their minds if it happens. Looking ahead to Season 3, the wildest teaser shows the Ice King literally splitting the island straight down the middle. It looks like a standard anime-style battle move, but if you look closer, it's creating massive waterfalls. This feels exactly like Chapter 4's Wild Season, where an ancient island fused with the main map. That lines up perfectly with the teaser word Epic employees have been throwing around: fused. We are likely getting our current map mashed up with a hidden island emerging from underneath it. Plus, the trailer ends with the tagline, "When the island breaks, another begins." That pretty much seals the deal for the Season 3 concept. It also makes total sense with the leaked tropical theme. Data miners already confirmed the official name for Season 3 is Runners. So my guess is, we get something like Lawless Part 2 put in tropical vibe. And instead of a billionaire wolf, luxury cityscape, it's going to be a tropical, pirate-style wasteland with raiders and speedboats. Honestly, I'm hyped for water gameplay to matter again, like it did back in Chapter 2. I know water seasons can be hit or miss for the community, but you gotta love how Fortnite completely flips the script and changes the vibe every few months. And there's also a ton of teasers Epic is dropping these days related to Season 3. One of those shows sprites, like for each element, water, fire, and the cube, or probably the void. But what actually caught my attention is the punk sprite. It looks absolutely wild and makes zero sense to me. Water, fire, the cube, and punks? But anyway, it looks sick. So guys, this is the perfect time for you to join the punk side and put that creator code in the shop. We also have the in-game timer for the final event right now. Season 3 will launch just a few hours after the event wraps up. Like I mentioned before, once the event ends, we'll hit a downtime loading screen with a countdown clock ticking away the hours until Season 3 officially drops. As for what you can play right now, the Epilogue questline just unlocked its final window. It's honestly the least exciting one because the reward is just a style variant we already saw at the launch of the season. The twist is that it's a community-wide faction race. Whichever side finishes their challenges fastest unlocks their style for everyone. Since the Ice King won the last 3 rounds, he's probably going to sweep a 4th time, meaning we all get his style, while the white variant for the Foundation is gone for good. The new Fortnite crew pack is also live, and the community is completely obsessed with this skin. It's easily the top-rated skin right now, and for good reason. The storm-infused design looks absolutely unreal. It makes me wonder if next season might be tied to elemental powers somehow. I mean, if you think about the different types of sprites, this crew skin also seems to tease elemental pow. Storm, for example. It could be something close to the avatar powers we got back in Chapter 5 with all those different elemental mythics, which granted you different types of abilities. The hype really starts rolling this week. The final live event kicks off this weekend, just 3 hours after the Summer Game Fest begins. The Summer Game Fest host even teased the Fortnite event announcement, so expect the first official Season 3 cinematic trailer to premiere during that showcase, right before the live event starts. For now, let's check on everything we know about Season 3. Let's talk about the next season's theme, which is heavily rumored to be summer vibe or tropical. On top of the usual internet gossip, we have some solid receipts that make this leak look legit. For starters, Epic Games employees like Chris have been tweeting out emojis and phrases paired with summer-themed GIFs. We can take those as the first official teasers, but now we can add some massive leaks to the mix, including a highly anticipated Lilo and Stitch collab. People have been talking about Stitch joining the game for ages, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's part of the next Battle Pass. Speaking of the pass, we're likely getting a bunch of tropical skins that have been popping up in recent player surveys, and honestly, the concept art for them already looks super polished. Moving over to map changes, the most logical theory is that if the volcano erupts, the entire snow biome will melt away, which is crazy since it was the main focus of Season 2. If that happens, it probably means the Ice King loses the massive Super Bowl level showdown we're expecting in the live event. They also revealed we're getting an exclusive event experience based on the team we pick. It's gonna hit totally different depending on whether you're rocking with the Ice King or backing the Foundation. This makes it crystal clear to me that we are about to witness the absolute biggest, most insane war we've ever experienced in Fortnite history. To make sure you can enjoy it to the absolute fullest, let me first break down why we're going to stand face to face in this ultimate showdown. Right at the jump of the season, we already found the Rock completely frozen solid at the hands of the Ice King. That kicked off a non-stop beef, and it's not just a one-on-one showdown anymore. Their squads have been growing like crazy as Season 2 has rolled along. On the Ice Kingdom side, you've got the Lady Windfrost, who has been riding for the king since day one. She's also got two sisters, though we still don't know if they're gonna step up to defend the Ice King or not. Then you've got Squibbly, who was the second to last recruit to join. The king was really trying to get the whole Squid family on his side, so he promised their leader general power over the forces. Squibbly basically took that as exclusive power to completely wipe out Fishstick, since he was the snitch who ruined his entire world. And the absolute newest recruit for now is Dasha, who used to work for the Imagined Order. She absolutely despises the Seven and happens to be ex-friends with Jules. Which brings us right over to the Foundation side of things. See, the leader of the Seven is trying to get the whole band back together, starting with the Order, Hope, Jones, and the OG Reality Visitor. During the season, Jules also hopped on board with her elite squad, which includes at least Daigo and Zadie. Plus, they've got some massive collab groups on their side like Overwatch and Bugs Bunny. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. Obviously, as players, we're picking sides too, but I'm telling you right now that all these squads are basically side quests compared to the real main storyline they're cooking up for us in Chapter 7. While we're all distracted by this pointless war between two dudes who just flat out hate each other, the actual main villain has been low-key gathering zero-point fragments from different realities to stack up an unimaginable amount of power. He started out by landing on the new island and invading Innoloop Labs, where he already scored the first piece. Throughout Season 1, he spent his time traveling through dead universes with the OG Visitor hot on his tail, though the Visitor never actually managed to catch him. On the bright side, the Visitor did end up completing several of those trips and securing those exact fragments himself. Once he got a solid amount of them together, that brought us right to the Season 1 live event, where 3 portals opened up to reveal the last 3 missing fragments. Then, at the start of Season 2, we saw the trailer where he grilled Fishstick to give up the location of another shard, which turned out to be the home world of Squibbly and hundreds of other sea creatures. Because of this, the island brought in 3 brand new zones where these different fragment pieces are sitting, though honestly, I don't really get why he hasn't been able to just grab them yet. If I had to guess, maybe they're under the Ice King's lockdown, and he's not letting him just take them right off the bat. But seriously, I don't get why he didn't just swipe them and call it a day. In fact, one of the 3 shards, the only one not in Squibbly Shores or the Ice King's territory, took him 2 whole months to finally grab, even though it was literally sitting out there completely unguarded during all of Season 2. After that, the second major fragment he recovered this season was the one the elites had on their very own island, which was located over in the Reload reality. As a lot of you probably know, in the Fortnite universe, every single game mode and island is basically its own alternate reality. And honestly, the Elite Squad didn't even team up with the 7 until that whole mess went down. As for the Voyager, we also saw him checking out the Save the World reality and the OG island. but it looks like he came up empty-handed there, or at least he has for now. Either way, his mission is crystal clear. He's already tracked down the remaining fragments, and now he's gonna try to activate the new 0 point, though we still have no clue what or who he's doing it for. A lot of you guys already know the Voyager is an ally of the Last Reality, which is run by the Cube Queen, or maybe someone even higher up the food chain like Gino. This whole thing is obviously the ultimate mystery, not just for the season or the chapter, but for the entire history of Fortnite lore. I'd honestly bet money that we're getting the grand finale of this whole storyline in Chapter 7. But for right now, what we have on deck is the Season 2 live event, which I think we're all ready for at this point. We can't ignore this villain, but come June 5th, the main spotlight is going to be squarely on the Ice King and his crew going toe-to-toe with the Foundation and his squad. When the dust settles, there are really only two ways this plays out. One scenario is that one of the two sides just gets wiped out, and that's it. But the outcome I'd actually bet on is that both sides are gonna take a massive L at the hands of the Last Reality, or maybe even a brand new wildcard entering the chat, like the Underworld faction featuring a new version of the Prisoner, who is easily the Ice King's most iconic rival. We're gonna find out all of this and way more during the live event, and you know, I'll be breaking down the whole aftermath right here. This finale is going to completely set the stage for the new season. My only hope is that they don't give us another total chill season. That's the biggest worry with a tropical theme. Following a high-stakes season called Showdown, a beach vacation vibe might feel way too watered down, and historically, those laid-back seasons have flopped hard with the community. But shaking off that Season 3 curse, let's look at some other news that dropped over the last few days. During a live stream, an Epic employee mentioned that the core pacing of the Battle Royale mode might get a shakeup soon, meaning we could see these gameplay adjustments as early as next season. Tied into that, there's talk about the return of the OG graphics style, but with a modern, upgraded twist. Another confirmed quality of life update is coming to the quest menu. Right now, it feels super cluttered and soulless, and an Epic employee literally stated that they plan to fix it soon. Going back to that hypothetical battle pass, we could see a mix of these survey skins with Stitch as a back bling or sidekick, alongside one or two secret crossover characters. While nothing is set in stone, a few make perfect sense based on movie release dates, themes, and leaks. First up is Moana, since her live-action movie drops on July 10th. And since it's live action, it features none other than The Rock, meaning the Foundation skin could get a pretty wild look next season. Another collab that is 100% leaked is Masters of the Universe. If I remember right, this was leaked by that Epic employee who ended up getting fired and sued. We know for a fact that one is scheduled for June. Thanks to that same leaker, a Kingdom Hearts crossover has been rumored since the start of the year, and I'd bet on that dropping sometime this summer too. Shifting back to concrete leaks, we have to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Word is, Epic has been working on this for a while, and a June release would align perfectly with the franchise's 35th anniversary. As for Marvel, they don't have a specific anniversary in 2026, but the hype for the upcoming Doomsday movie is huge. Following the release of the early MCU Iron Man and Captain America skins, expect Epic to keep riding that wave all the way to December. The next Marvel skin on deck is likely Ultron, who was leaked to be in development months ago. Speaking of the finale event, from what I gather, this will be the first live event where the faction you chose actually matters. If you sided with the Ice King, you'll be fighting on his side. And if you aligned with the Foundation, you'll be repping his squad in what promises to be an all-out war. Right before the finale, we're also getting the Summer Game Fest. It's obviously not a Fortnite-specific show, but Epic is confirmed to attend, and we're guaranteed to get our first official Season 3 cinematic or an explicit event trailer there, especially since the fest starts 3 days before the season finale. Between now and the big day, we also have Community Day on May 30th. It's going to be a great day to hop on, because anyone who logs in and owns the Battle Pass will unlock an exclusive style for the Foundation. Another big shakeup coming next season involves the Fortnite Crew subscription. The bad news is that Epic is cutting the monthly V-Bucks allowance from 1,000 down to 800. On the bright side, they're adding a brand new perk to compensate, a monthly Disney Plus subscription. If they keep the price of the crew the same, this is actually a massive W, because Disney Plus is packed with Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars content, basically all of Fortnite's favorite partners. While this sounds like a brand new concept, Epic actually did the exact same thing during the very first few months of the Fortnite Crew launch. It also reminds me of when we got the Simpsons specials on Disney+, right alongside that November 2025 Fortnite season. This makes me think Epic is playing the long game, and we might actually get a full-blown Fortnite TV series in the next few years. Epic always used to say they had no interest in movies or shows, but that was back when player counts were at an all-time high. Don't get me wrong, millions of people still play every day, but it's not hitting the insane peaks it did a year ago. Since tweaking the seasons isn't bringing in massive waves of brand new players anymore, hunting for a fresh audience outside of the game is a smart play, and bundling Disney Plus feels like step one. Rumor has it, we might also get a dedicated ranked battle pass tied to the crew pack next season. I wonder what you guys think about all of this, and if you are hyped for this event finale. The Voyager is finally making major moves. He's been low-key coasting since the season launched, but he just dragged the remaining 0-point fragments dead into the center of the map. At this rate, we are literally days away from him triggering the reconstruction. But word on the street is things are about to get incredibly messy. We already know he's debuting a brand new look, and it seems like he's going to get scorched during the 0-point fusion, forcing him to evolve. It makes you wonder if this new form is sticking around for Season 3, so definitely drop a comment below and let me know if you want him back or if you're already totally over him.